Where's Bruce Lawrence?
I don't know him, but I wish I did, so he could introduce us properly.
Where's Mrs. Kenny?
Mrs. Kenny? Oh, she's around. There's something wrong.
No, I'm all right.
Why don't you sit down a moment, and I'll get Mrs. Kenny for you.
Oh, Mrs. Kenny. You? Where's Bruce? I must see him. Surely you know that... No? It was in the papers. The accident. He's been dead and buried these past 2 weeks.
Hey.
Very strange she didn't know about him.
She's been under a great strain. She's exhausted. I think she's coming out of it.
Bruce.
Take it easy, miss. You've had a shock. You'll have to try to pull yourself together. Is there someone I can call?
No, I'll be all right. I must go.
Why don't you rest here a few moments?
No, please. I must leave. I'm sorry to be so much trouble. You've been kind.
No trouble. Better let me take you home.
That's impossible.
I'll call for a taxi then.
Thank you. Thank you. He had no other friends or relatives. Just his paintings. Hit and run, the papers said.
I wonder why she didn't seem to know about it.
I sent word to her. Perhaps she was away. Perhaps her husband didn't choose to tell her.
She's married.
To the great Alexander. Or that's what he calls himself. A Swami.
A Swami?
You know the sort. Head wrapped up in a towel. Eyes that go right through you. Gives me the creeps. No wonder she's scared to death of him. You saw how she was.
You don't believe Bruce Lawrence met with an accident, do you?
According to the papers, his body was found by a passing motorist about 11 o'clock. I found this card on his dresser when I cleaned his room the next day.
Student of the occult. You think he kept this appointment with Alexander?
Yes, I do.
Your personal interest, Mr. Bell, is greatly appreciated and gives me some concern. I feel that we owe you an apology for causing you so much trouble. I'm sure that Mrs. Alexander never intended to create a scene. You do apologize, don't you, my dear?
Yes. I apologize.
Some while ago, my wife had fancied herself interested in Mr. Lawrence. It was a short-lived affair. I assure you it had all been quite forgotten. But recently, my wife has not been entirely well, if you understand. And as sometimes happens in these situations, a sudden impulse within her present state of excitement, and she...
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't realize the glass was so close.
Please, it is nothing. I'll have my servant take care of it. Dear, why don't you go to your room? You're tired. I can show Mr. Bell out.
She didn't flinch a muscle. She was positively under hypnosis. Mrs. Kenny, I must see her, alone, and talk with her. Could you get a message to her?
I've managed that in the past. For Bruce.
Don't write anything down. Tell her I want to meet her. She can choose the time and place. But I must see her soon.
Do you think he would...
To the best of your knowledge, did your husband ever meet Bruce?
He never said anything about it, but I'm sure he did. You've got to help me. Somehow I feel Alexander has the ring. It was a yellow topaz. I gave it to Bruce as a symbol of our love. He swore he'd always wear it. Even after we stopped seeing each other, he wouldn't give it up.
Do you think your husband killed Bruce?
Yes.
Perhaps you'd better take this, just as a precaution. About the ring, that should be easy to check. At the morgue, they'll have a list of the articles Bruce was wearing when he was found. When I suggested a quiet place for us to meet, I didn't mean this quiet. A lounge would have done very nicely.
Bruce is buried over there.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I remember that one. Nice looking fella. Young fella. There it is. No, nothing about no ring.
You sure?
No, he wasn't wearing no ring. He was, it'd say so. Is he a good friend of yours?
Never met him. Can I use your phone?
This here's city phone. There's one down the hall, but it's out of order. Try the gas station on the corner.
You went out this afternoon. Did you go to the cemetery again?
No. No, I didn't. I went for a walk. In the park.
I've been worried about this morbid fixation you seem to have.
I'll answer. Hello?
Marilyn, I've been to the morgue. Are you alone? Can you talk?
No.
Listen carefully. There was no ring found on Bruce. Are you sure he always wore it?
I'm sure.
And someone removed it.
It's all right. I found it.
Found what? The ring?
Yes.
You have it?
No.
Stall. I'll get there as soon as I can. Don't forget what I gave you.
Goodbye.
Darling, you must be tired. You know you need lots of rest. I was going to suggest that we go away. Perhaps we could spend a week or two at the lodge.
No, I don't like it at the lodge.
But you do. You remember? It's away from everything and everyone. It will do us a great deal of good. Why don't we plan to go there tomorrow? I'll have Marvin pack some things. You want to go away, don't you?
Yes.
We won't tell anyone where we're going. We'll just disappear for a while. Hadn't you better put your handbag away? We aren't going anywhere tonight. Why don't you give it to me?
Get out of my way, I'm going in.
What the devil is the meaning of this? What do you think you're doing breaking into my house like this?
I see you're wearing the topaz ring, Dr. Alexander. The police are going to be very interested in your explanation.
Are you mad? The ring belongs to me. I have every right to wear it.
Good girl. You can take care of yourself. Hold a gun on him. I'll call the police.
You do, and I'll kill you.
But you can't let him get away with murder.
Marilyn, we must put the gun down. It can't help us now. Remember, we want to go away to the lodge where it's quiet, away from everybody. Mr. Bell didn't intend to call the police.
He said...
He's only trying to help you.
Bruce said he wanted to help me, too. He lied to me. He wanted
He
to...
didn't understand. Give me the gun, Marilyn.
I didn't want to kill Bruce.
We know you didn't. It was an accident. I tried to protect her. I thought I could help her. Do you understand? I love her so very much. You'd better make your call.
Now may we present the players featured in our story entitled Dead and Buried. Louise Ryan, Ken McGascal, Patricia Morton, and Don Amato.